Back here at the hop, freaking nobody here. It's awesome. So we're gonna get a back workout in, a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of biceps. Last weekend we did basically my new setup. So today we know the weights we're doing. We are gonna be increasing, going up, and I'm gonna explain a little bit more about put your shit away. I'm not your mom, but I am gonna put it away because I'll fucking keep walking into this all workout. But Jarrell and Sveta do an amazing job here at the hop, and I'm gonna be cranky old girl right now. Guys, put your stuff away, even like this. Like, that's not where things go. It needs to be organized. You guys know where the shit goes. Put it away, wipe down your machines. Okay, anyways, before I start walking around getting angry, we're gonna do our mid-back little chest pulls here, get ourselves warmed up, and basically get right into it. Let's go. Warm up there, just getting the back, getting some blood back there. Again, this is not a rear delt movement. We're pulling just below the chest and squeezing everything in our back. All right, tubes, we are now in some working weight. We're doing the prime extreme row, which we did last weekend. So we're doing what Matt said, adding some weight on the top, because if you think about this, when it rocks like this weight up here is going to allow me to get that contraction at the back. Actually, it's going to be like this. So
this is super heavy at the bottom.
Yeah.
Lightens up a little at the top.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be contracting.
Yes.
That's why prime is so good.
Love prime.
Year weight.
That's crazy. That's crazy. If you guys can't hear Matt, he said it's a year wait. Our leg extension ham curl took 6 months from first payment. Like you pay in full and then
6 months later. And
yeah.
It's the greatest piece of equipment we have.
It really is.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'd probably wait a year on something I really wanted. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Keep going, I'll help you on a few. 2 more. Big one, last one. Squeeze this one.
That, it was only helping one arm. That's okay.
We didn't help you so technically.
All right, I think we should do one more there. Okay.
You might have jumped too high in weight.
Yeah, that's what's tough about like me structuring my own programs, because, well, maybe other people have difficulty with it too, because you have to figure out where you're like your good weight at the start where you're making progress. Like 6 weeks into a program, you're like flying. You know exactly what you need. You know exactly the adjustments. But yeah, we're kind of switching things around. So maybe I pull the 25 here and put 10.
No, or put the 25 up top.
Put the 20. Oh, because it'll keep the same weight and then get lighter.
It's just the strength curve is better.
Yeah.
So check, this is a, can they hear me on here?
I think so.
All right, so this needs to be scientifically studied. This is the weird, like if you're spotting a guy, and every guy who has ever worked out with a female will know what I'm talking about. If you're spotting a guy and his bar slows down, he's done. Like you can let him grind it, but you're gonna be spotting him soon. A girl can struggle on like rep 2. You're like shaking. Somehow, fucking female strength comes in. You have 6 more in the tank.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird. Every guy can relate to this.
6 more, and then like 3 like forced, where you're like, come on.
I mean, I went to spot way too early and you have more in you.
Yeah.
And this happens all the time.
Yeah, no,
Like I come in to help, you're like shaking, the bar has stopped.
Yeah.
And then I start like think I'm gonna help, and then you start grunting and you've got 3, 4 more in you.
Okay, so I can explain this.
There's 2 theories, but okay, keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna explain it. The fact, okay, I grew up as a gymnast, and
No, it's all females. I think this is not a Missy Trescott. This isn't a Missy Trescott thing. It's all females.
Interesting. Okay, people in the comments, ladies,
There's more guys. Have you ever noticed when you're spotting a guy versus a female? Now check this. So it's either 2 things.
Okay.
Either women have more in the tank, and you can dig down some fucking maternal hereditary strength, right? Or option B, women are a little more dramatic. It's not really that heavy, and you guys start grunting and screaming. Anyway, I'm not sure what it is.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But I personally work better when I do have a spot because I just have fear of, weight, and I just like that internal push, or external push. Okay, I'm gonna lower this, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, come on.
Two more. Last one, squeeze it. That was a good set.
Huh?
That was a good set.
I knew you weren't coming in for the help. Oh, I had to fucking grind it out. Oh, okay, that was good. So we will record this. I like the weight, like you said, when it's up high, it's really fucking heavy at the bottom. But then as you start to lift up and the pendulum switches, it gets a tad lighter. And then you can really...
Yeah, you get the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds, yeah. Whew. Oh. Alright guys, we're gonna get some balls. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my post-workout meal. This is freaking the easiest thing ever, thanks to the chicken pound. So, as you can see, I've already preheated my air fryer. Oh, I got a little helper. Winnie, are you helping mommy? Come here. Oh, come here, you. Look at this little thing. Oh my God, look at her. She's so freaking cute. Give me a kiss. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. Give me a kiss. What is that? You see daddy? Oh, you see daddy, okay. Oh. Look at her. She freaking loves you.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Little freaks. Hey, you. Whoa, you're so fast. Okay. Back to the chicken pound. Alright, so post-workout, guys. Super easy. We're doing 4 chicken meatballs from the chicken pound. I have this bag already opened. So, popping 2 in, and then 2 other ones. So, I just have store-bought fries. I go between like regular potatoes and then I do sweet potatoes as well. So I'm just gonna dump the rest of this in there. That's how it looks. Close up our air fryer. We're going to put it on frozen at 400 for 12 minutes. And then I don't even touch it again. It cooks. I do my check-ins. Well, I'm doing my check-ins today for Shelby. So, in 12 minutes, my food's gonna be done. It's so easy. Guys, you gotta try the chicken pound, okay? If you're a returning customer.
50 calories per meatball.
Yeah.
It's the easiest counting ever. It's 50 calories per meatball, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
If you guys are a returning customer, use code Missy10, you'll save. But if you're a new customer, use Missy20 and you will save 20% on your first order. So guys, give chicken pound a try. Lots of other great chicken options. I personally like the pre-contest plain. Babe, which one do you like?
Teriyaki.
Yeah, you like the teriyaki. I do too. Teriyaki's good. All right, I'll show you guys when this is done. All right, guys, look at that. We got our chicken meatballs, some fries. We're gonna put some ketchup on the fries and mustard on the meatballs, and a little naked drink. Basically just carbs. So this is gonna be my post-workout meal today. Use code Missy10 at Chicken Pound. Let me know in the comments if you guys purchase some chicken meatballs. All right, guys, so we are downstairs. I just almost blew an ankle. We're downstairs in the home gym, and I wanna go over with you guys how to do really good progress photos for your coach. Now, I am a coach. I own my own business, Team Apex, so shout out to all my clients who do amazing photos when they check in with me. One of the biggest things is having like a tripod. So babe, this is my tripod I've had for, I don't know, 2 years, and it has a ring light on it. Not super necessary, but it is good, especially with, you know, daylight savings and all that stuff. It's good to throw this light on, but it holds my phone perfectly. Stand is adjustable. I keep the same height every time. And when you're doing progress photos, you want to make sure that you're not you know, you see a lot of people doing the angle where they put their phone far, like really far on the ground. So then when they pose, they look just fucking massive. And you're doing your coach a disservice because that's not really what you look like. So it's good to have your camera. I like to do it at stomach level. So I'm not giving myself any like advantages with the angles, the up or the down. It's just center with my body. So we also have my black backdrop that I purchased off Amazon. It's collapsible. There's a white on this side, but we obviously use the black. For me, I like to have pictures where they're going to be consistent so Shelby can see the changes, and I personally like to see it too. You can compare the photos easily beside each other. And the other thing you want to focus on and be consistent with is making sure that the distance between you and the camera is pretty accurate every check-in day, because that will also give your coach good data. I like to stand about like 6 feet-ish back from mine. For my Canadian people, that's looking right here, it's probably about 1.5 meters, 1.25 meters. But yeah, we're gonna get rolling with this. Check in. I always do my back-facing camera. So this back-facing camera. And I put it on video mode. So we're gonna do 2 photos for Shelby. One I do with the lights, the down lights on, and then the other time I shut them off. And then the next, shut the lights off. Okay. Whew. Babe, do you want to add anything?
How do you feel about your posing?
Posing, I feel like is going really well. Obviously, I have a little bit of work to do. It is harder to see how your body is going to look in certain poses because I'm not like ridiculously lean right now. I'm actually still eating a lot of food, so we are, yeah, kind of in that phase where it's like some shots look good. Like I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, okay, like here looks good. Can you see through the mirror or no? Like I look like here looks good, here looks good. But then I'm like, okay, well, certain like little like transitions and like moving, we're gonna start to see like, you know, like more cuts in the butt, in the side leg. So it's kind of like, how are my transitions going to be? And I won't really know until I do start to get leaner. So that, and even with like smiling and stuff too, I feel like all of those are things you need to really practice. I was actually having a conversation with a client yesterday about her posing, and she was basically just looking like straightforward and not really, like her husband was filming her. And she wasn't really like engaging with the camera. So I told her, I'm like, pretend you're on stage and you're like looking at the judges. So for me, what I did with my posing is once I hit like a shot, boom, first I look at the head judge. So whoever the head judge is, Tyler, Steve, Sandy, whoever it is, boom, I lock eyes with them and I smile. And then I go from my left to right and I look at every single judge, boom, hit the next one, look, smile. You're always scanning back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I never really look out into the audience unless I'm looking for you.
Yeah.
And that's usually when I'm off to the side. You know, you're still being judged when you're on like the side.
Yeah.
But I'll look for Matt and I'll give like a little wave or like a kind of thing. But yeah, when you're fucking battling like on the line, you definitely don't want to be like looking out into the audience and being all starstruck from the people. But yeah, let's get up, let's eat this post-workout.
Cool.
Check in. All right, tubes. Fuck me.
Keep this. Keep that in. We're off to a good start. Oh, fuck.
All right, tubes, we're here for the weekly review. We're gonna break it down with starting off my week of training, switching up new movements. I'm still getting used to like the weights and everything. But all in all, really good week. I did my check-ins with Shelby today, which you guys saw. His response was, he asked me how I thought, you know, my composition was coming. And looking at my photos, I mean, I put on a lot of muscle in my upper body. I feel like everything's starting to come together now in the sense of like, I'm not really super bloated with my meals anymore. I'm just eating them, getting them in. Digestion has been good. And obviously, you know, we're pushing like the leg training. The last 2 weeks, I've only trained my bad leg. So I don't train my good leg anymore. I might do like a couple reps here and there with certain movements like leg extensions, but I'm actually just not even hitting it anymore, so.
And how do you like, you've always been 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
Now you're 4.
Yeah.
You think it's helped?
I think so, yeah, because it definitely allows me to push heavier. The dogs are fighting underneath of us. It definitely allows me to like push hard and really grind through on those days that I am training. I feel like when I was doing, you know, 5-6 days a week, it was mostly like 6 days a week, but there comes a point where you're doing a lot of volume and just going through the motions, like not really getting after it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
And how many sets do you think you do in a workout? So you have 2 uppers, 2 lowers.
Yeah.
In an upper day, like today.
Maybe 10?
Yeah.
8, 10-ish, yeah.
Because just like upper lower, I think is.
I'm not counting biceps though, sorry.
Okay, no, that's,
Yeah.
you gotta count that.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12?
Yeah. I cap mine at 16. Don't always go that high though.
Yeah.
But I have to do chest.
Mm-hmm.
You do more back.
Yeah.
So just with upper, I've been on upper lower like 9-10 months. Push-pull legs is really good too, but I just wanted to cut back a day a week, or so it's only 4 times a week. So that's worked really well. I think it's done great for arms, great for chest, great for legs, because I hit legs twice a week. But I don't think it's been good for back. I think my back needs more volume,
Yeah.
like yours.
Right.
You like allocate of your like 12 sets or whatever the number is, kind of arbitrary, but you allocate like 8 of them to back.
Yeah.
I think you do more than 12 sets too. But
I'm just like thinking here of like my, you know, because I do 2 working sets.
yeah, don't
2 like
yeah,
top
don't-
sets.
Yeah, don't count the warm-ups. Just
Yeah,
the
no.
ones that matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's arms, so that some of them are easy, but I have a tendency to like just kind of keep going, kind of having fun. So
Yeah.
I just limit 16. It's totally arbitrary. So I could only do 16 sets, and so then I just try to allocate them X amount to back, X amount to, you know. So, yeah, it's worked well.
Yeah. I think probably like whenever this like diet phase comes where I start like prepping into a show, I'll probably add like another day back to my schedule and make it like maybe a shoulder more focused day, like a shoulder and leg day, just to have some more volume on the shoulders. Not that I need to like get any bigger, but I do feel like there's just room to improve there. So I want to make the most out of it.
Bodybuilding's weird that you get closer to a show, so you add. I think that's a weird logic by bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Now is when you're growing.
Yeah.
You're technically like training less, but with more intensity
Yeah.
and a good surplus of food. Now is when you probably want to add fat, but all bodybuilders do this.
Yeah.
I've done it in the past.
I just
It
like
probably
recovery
started
wise. Yeah. I just
metabolic,
don't think
yeah.
I'm recovering.
But you're gonna add a day,
Yeah.
so in less calories, you're gonna recover better.
I think it's just to burn more calories,
Yeah.
not so
So
much,
metabolic.
not really worrying about the recovery on it.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing too. People get too comfortable now. There's a lot of like amazing peptides out there, and you know, people just don't grind as hard as they used to, I think, and they rely a lot on, you know, peptides. I'm hungry, do.
Instead of
Like-
you mean like dieting peptides?
Yes.
Oh.
And I think there's
I think
a,
like people are taking peptides, and now it's like the gym is easier, and it's like
No.
by peptides.
No. no, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think those types of peptides are great for whatever, those people who want to use them. But I still think like they're bodybuilding, competing, it's not supposed to be easy. There's not like a magic peptide or drug or frickin' morning routine that you can do to make it easier. Like there's gonna be days that suck and you just kind of have to embrace it.
Yeah, I think bodybuilding will absolutely start more and more like microdosing the GLP ones.
Yeah.
I don't think you need like 8, 10, 12 mil, but that's also when all the side effects come.
Yeah.
You know, you want to take like just, if you would take it as a body, take just enough where it cuts your hunger. It's already doing all the other stuff, like helping with insulin and, you know, which is why people that are morbidly obese, because some people criticize them, you know, and it's like, oh, lazy or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than being fat.
True.
Like to the people that are bodybuilders are just like drug abusers, that just use everything.
Probably, yeah, probably don't need it.
Yeah, no, well, but they're trying to, if there's a way to achieve that extra 1%. they'll do
Sure.
it. But like morbidly obese people, you know, sure, we don't know what the long-term ramifications of a GLP-1 is. They certainly haven't tested it 20 years out.
No.
But if your insulin's better, you know, your blood pressure, whatever,
Yeah.
and you lose 30 pounds, so now your cholesterol, everything else, well, we know all that stuff's healthy.
Yeah.
So it's a good trade-off.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's more of them coming too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget, we were chatting about one thing, and I guess they're making this new food
Yeah.
that's going to be,
So junk food industry
yeah.
is like upset, maybe concerned if we become this nation of on GLP-1s, right? All fat people are basically prescribed.
We're all just going to be like,
And the GLP-1s are getting better, right? There was one, it was like one, it did one thing, then there's trizepatide does 2, one that does 3. So I don't know, there's more coming once these all get FDA approved. So the like junk food people, food manufacturers are worried that we're losing kind of like that. It does take away like your food drive.
sure.
Right, so you're just not hungry. Even if it's like nauseous or whatever the side effects are, you're not hungry. So like food, like scientists are now trying to make like food that kind of bypass, like we still crave it. Like
That's
so
so
they're
crazy.
like fighting back. Cause like McDonald's and them, their food is like so, it's easy to eat, like melts in your mouth, like
Yeah.
salty as hell. Like people know you're not supposed to eat it.
I could easily right now down 3 double cheeseburgers, no problem.
And then the other thing is if you don't eat stuff like that for a while, you don't miss it.
Right.
When was the last time we had McDonald's?
Let's think.
Oh, it's been a long time. But
Yeah.
This sounds like, oh,
Wait, can you
we
remember?
don't eat McDonald's. We have plenty of shit food.
Yeah.
But we have not had McDonald's in a long time. If we went and had 2 double cheese, which is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
The next day, one of us is like, you want to go get
Yeah.
Once you crack
Yeah.
that door open, man,
Yeah.
there's something fucking addictive in that
Yeah.
food.
Break that seal.
Yeah.
Don't break the
right.
seal.
Yeah, it's like an addiction.
Yeah.
You have one sip of alcohol. I'm not saying it's the same as alcoholism, but you have that one sip.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
So these GPL-1, like whatever manufacturers or food companies, they're going to be like, they're going to try to find food, modify
Still has
it.
the mental drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Whoa.
Capitalism at its finest.
But if you were taking, like if you were an obese person and you were taking a GPL-1, wouldn't you, or are we just not going to know what's like modified?
I don't think they would tell us.
Damn. Okay.
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
If suddenly there's some like new burger place with the line around the window. All these people with those zombie faces.
Yeah.
They're all like, wait,
Zombie
we got
faces are.
that- Yeah, they're all waiting to get their
Yeah.
cheeseburgers. Well, they have cracked the code.
Oh, shoot.
All right, so we have 2 bodybuilding show. Any comments?
Oh, yeah.
Detroit Pro.
Detroit Pro. So I watched a little bit of the prejudge, a little bit of the night show. We were training that day, so just we're on the West Coast, so just didn't line up with our schedule. But I did do the fantasy league for that one, and I got the top 3. I did have James in third, and James came in third, so I won that. But the 1 and 2, William Bonac won the show, and then Sasan was second, and I flipped them. So,
Although I think Bonac was the overwhelming favorite going in.
yeah.
So probably most people pick the winner, right? But if it's anything like fantasy football, you did good.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
because your top 3 people came in the top 3.
Yeah, I wonder how they
Yeah, I don't
do
know
the
how
points with
I don't know
that.
how they score.
Yeah.
But I know we have Derek Lunsford, on our team.
Yeah.
I was thinking Nick Walker, who we also have.
Yes.
So we were trying to pick people that were going to compete a lot.
Yeah.
That was one of our criteria. And so Derek is doing, we didn't get to talk about this, Derek's doing Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
As an Olympia winner who I think it helped you a ton. You're one of the few people that can speak on this. Like you went one time a year, one show a year.
Yeah.
So did Derek for a long time. Now he's already qualified. He already got the Arnold Classic, and he's doing the Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Thoughts? I mean, of course, it's his choice.
Yeah.
Go
His
for it,
body,
go
his
for it.
choice.
Yeah. But I mean strategically.
Strategically.
To me, he has more to lose than win.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, it's his life. He's gonna obviously doesn't watch the YouTube. His choice, his body. Derek's gonna do whatever he wants. But if it were me, I probably would have just sat out and got ready for the Olympia, because we're getting pretty close. Actually, this is the first year I'm not counting down the days till Olympia, so I don't even know how many weeks.
Because you have to compete twice.
Yeah, I gotta compete twice here.
It is hard on the now. There's upside. It's like $100,000 win, right? Like if you so obviously that's upside. You could theoretically say he's only done one show with his coach.
Yeah.
Now they nailed it.
Nailed it.
But
Yeah.
you get the practice and other prep. But then on the huge downside, one, he's the favorite. So if he loses, but that to me is not even that big of a deal. Because bodybuilding is really like, whoever's the best that night will seem to win.
Yeah.
So he could lose the Pittsburgh Pro, probably still win the Olympia.
Yeah.
You know, social media and stuff would be hard. But it's hard to keep peaking. Like, it's hard on the body.
Totally.
Like, he's getting himself, big fucker, getting himself down to, you know, 4 or 4.5% body fat now 3 times a year.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, we'll see.
I'm sure he's not like motivated by food or anything. The prize money is just so high. I mean, fuck, if I was winning 500,000 a show or 100,000 a show, I'd be like a burger. Boom! I just boot it. Like, screw all that. Screw all the candies and whatever.
But there's I mean, there were definitely times you won the Olympia.
Yeah.
You would have had a very good chance of winning the Arnold.
Yeah.
You chose not to do it.
Yeah.
So the Arnold had a good big check. So, you know, it's like, as an athlete, you know, you got to kind of rank them. Derek's amongst that level.
True.
Where it's like Arnold's and Olympias.
Yeah.
Now, Pittsburgh Pro might become that. It's the Manions who are the biggest, like, people in the sport.
Yeah, they run the
Yeah.
IFBB and NPC.
Yeah, so it's their show, which is probably why all these top guys are getting there.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
smart.
Yeah, smart. Do you think, so compared to that, it's not the same style shows. This is not a criticism. But
Yeah.
the Manions put on a show, and like 5 of the best open bodybuilders are all squeezing in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be there. Derek was like, it's a legacy show. It's the first time it's ever happened. So everybody is excited about this show.
Yeah.
Partly, I think, largely because of the promoters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Fuad has a show. I know it's a different level.
Yeah.
And his is new, and he's, you know, all about the bodybuilders, free live stream, all that stuff's great. Do you think because, I mean, he is a, like a personality in the sport.
Fuad?
Top 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like big. Tyler
Yeah.
Mannion is very like influential, but he's not trying to be seen all the time.
Right, yeah.
Fuad's like trying to be seen all the time.
Yeah.
Social media, podcasts, putting on shows. And he owns a huge supplement company that has had kind of some polarizing run-ins.
Sure.
So do you think who he is, like, unfortunately, negatively impacts who will come to his show?
Oh, interesting.
Like, if you're, you know, if you're hostile, like if you're Martin, right? You're like, well, I don't want to go do Fuad's show if I win, which he would have.
Yeah.
I think he'd beat Bonac.
Yeah.
He could have easily won that show. Everyone will say, oh, well, he's hostile.
Yeah.
But I don't think the judges actually would even care.
No.
But there is that persona.
There's definitely a persona about
So
it, for
Nick
sure.
Walker would have a much better chance getting his Olympia qualification at the Detroit Pro
He should have fucking went
than
there.
at Pittsburgh, but he used to be hostile.
Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of, I don't think they're, you know.
I don't think they beef.
Nick
but
beefs, and on to the next day. I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
He is very good at just letting it slide.
Yeah.
I don't think Fuad cares much either.
Yeah, I don't think
But
so.
publicly, I think they had beef more than probably real life.
Because like news, medias, whatever in bodybuilding, like get a hold of it and then start throwing
Yeah.
little gas on the fire.
But even if you're like a big raw guy or a big, I don't know. Do you think there aren't many like big supplement people?
Right. I don't think so.
You don't think that impacts?
I don't think. No, sorry. I do think people are like, I'm not going to go there. Yeah. Like there was so many there's so many guys that need an Olympia qualification this year who are like, you know, top 5 contenders.
Yep.
And man, they could have fucking walked into Detroit and just totally owned. Like I'm thinking like Regan, Sergio,
Nick Walker,
Nick,
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew, yes. Oh, I think for sure Andrew doesn't like Fuad because I remember watching a podcast and Fuad tried to find him and I don't know if he had blocked him or he like made a joke about it. It was like, oh, I can't pull up his page or something.
Well, okay, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I do not think Fuad is like a bad guy at all. I mean, he seems pretty chill. But if you're in the bodybuilding media, you're going to have beefs. It's
Yeah.
the nature of the sport.
Well, everyone gets, you know, butthurt about, you know, if you have a...
If you have more followers than them.
No, well, no, I think they get butthurt when, like, he starts critiquing their physique or
of
gives
course,
his
it's
opinion.
bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It's bodybuilding.
We all have thin skin.
Yeah. And then he's also in the supplement industry.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to impact long term.
Well, he did have a really, he did have a good turnout. I mean, 17 open guys, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's not the 17 he wants.
No, true. The caliber was like...
It was 6 or 7 deep.
Yeah.
The people we're talking about. And I'm saying that because Carlos got 7.
Oh, yeah.
People ahead of him that probably weren't that exciting.
Yeah.
But, anyway. Yeah. I wonder if, watch this, but okay. Going on. How Pittsburgh's 6 weeks out?
Yeah, it's getting close. Yeah, something like that. 6 weeks.
That will be a good one. Any other bodybuilding stuff? What about Tim, who was the nicest guy? Tim Wilkins, nicest guy in the world. I'm throwing this one at you. I don't want to talk about this. He was on the Olympia TV.
Yeah.
And he did not word it well. Because we really liked
I
him.
think,
And even we were like, ugh. And he kind of went in on Sam Selleck, who does not talk about drugs.
Uh-huh.
Whereas a lot of the other ones do.
Yeah. That was a good little backstory. Because I kind of forgot for a second.
Yeah.
We love Tim. Tim is super passionate about bodybuilding. He's a great MC. He, I believe, was in the Marine Corps. He's a dad. Still competes. Does a lot for Olympia TV. So I have nothing but love for Tim.
Yeah. But
now, with that said...
He chose bad words.
Yeah.
He worded it poorly.
And so, I think he got a little heated in the moment and it just started rolling. I wonder how he feels now with, what he said came out, if he would take it back or if he's still
I think he'd say the same thing, but he would rephrase it.
Yeah. The only thing about one thing I love about Sam is he is a true bodybuilder. He is not an influencer to be they don't watch my channel, I don't care, but the Trend Twins. Those guys are pure influencers, right? Pretty much do stuff for clicks.
Yeah.
I've honestly never watched YouTube. I just see random clips on Instagram.
I couldn't get past 5 minutes. I am not the audience.
Yeah.
So
and
they're doing a great thing. Or whatever they're doing is working.
Yeah.
But I'm not their target audience.
They have that Gen Z crowd.
They openly talk about gear though.
Yeah. That's crazy.
There is going to be a huge backlash on it. It is so what the fuck do I care? It's literally illegal.
Yeah.
And YouTube's I don't know, we don't care. As long as you don't try to sell it. But I mean, all the people who are posting their cycles and stuff online, it's become the pendulum has shifted so far where everyone's so open about it.
Yeah.
But you literally have kids. I mean, they're kids.
They're totally kids.
Yeah. Who are, just gassing up and getting after it.
Yeah.
And get hundreds of thousands of views.
Making that bank on YouTube. I don't know. I think it's reckless. I don't think it's a good idea. I do think at some point YouTube will crack down on it.
I think some politician or something is going to make it an issue. I mean, it seems ridiculous because it's just so widespread and openly talked about it. But I mean, there were it wasn't that long ago. I think we're talking 20 years ago. Pro athletes were having bottles you could buy from GNC in their locker. Right? I forget what the drug was, but it was a pro hormone.
Yeah. Was it Superdrol? No.
No, that's some nasty shit. No.
Wait, wasn't that a pro hormone?
Yeah, but
okay. Super DMZ or something.
Darker.
Fuck, what was
really
it?
Bad, but Mark McGuire had it in his locker.
Oh, okay.
And blew up, and oh my god, it's steroids and they still somehow get shit about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, now we just accept it all, but it'll spin back. Anyway, I think we agree on the Tim thing. Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Probably didn't choose and then didn't realize it was going to get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of blew up.
Yeah. Real quick, season finale of Severance on a scale, or season 2 of Severance is over.
Yeah.
TV wrap up, scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, so spoiler alert.
We won't talk about the shows.
Oh, okay.
That'd be better, but people watch streaming 6 months later.
That's true. Okay, so you just want me to tell you.
How good was it? Do you recommend it?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because we were late comers to Severance.
We were.
thought it was weird, which it is.
And we had to rewatch the first season.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is amazing.
You don't get distracted by the kooky, like, personalities and the goats. Like, that's part of the show. It's weird.
Yeah.
But the story's really good. Like, the script.
Yeah.
What they're getting to.
And if you look at the visuals, like you and I had a conversation the one day, and I was like, when I'm watching this, I get a feeling from whether they're in the office or whether they're outdoors, there's just something visually that like happens. And I'm like, it's almost like cheap looking. And you're like, no, they spent a lot of money on
one of their most expensive shows.
On Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, they're running down hallways with like lights. And then you had said,
Yeah, there was that one scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a scene like in season 2 where Marcus, I think it's the first episode, where he's like sprinting and the camera's like panoraming around him.
Yeah.
And it took him 6 months to film that.
like, that's
Like
crazy.
they would just do it for like 15 minutes before the shoot.
Yeah.
They would just bang a little out for 6 months. I mean, they are like painstaking in that show. This isn't a spoiler. Is it Helen or Helena at the end of the show that Mark is with? There's like there's people talking about this. If you haven't watched the show, you won't know what I'm talking about. If you have.
I think it's Helly.
So you think it's the innie?
Yeah.
I guess she gives a look to Jenna when Jenna's outside, and people are like, and it's almost like an evil look. I didn't catch it in the show because I thought what you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's nothing, who knows? But that people are saying they think that was like an evil look, like I got you. And it's the outie Helena.
Wow. Okay, we might have to rewatch. Damn it.
Watch the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the show on Apple, Dope Thief, we both really like it.
Yeah.
It's only 3 episodes in. Oh, what do you give Severance season 2? 1 out of 10. 10, the highest.
Oh man, I give it a 9 because the first couple episodes I was like, snooze. Like it was kind of slow and I wanted more and it didn't give me more, but it definitely, like, you got to just ride it out because it's great.
There are sometimes things in the show that make no sense and they don't explain them. You just got to look past it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that one time they were out in the woods and they just found like a dead seal?
Yeah.
What the fuck? They never went back and even explained.
No.
It was just weird.
It was like a forest.
Too long on Severance.
Yeah.
Dope Thief. Only 3 episodes in, but on Apple. Very promising. Apple, super underrated.
Yeah.
Streaming. They have good stuff. Anything else we're watching?
Can I throw it back old school real quick?
Sure.
So on Apple, one of the reasons why we bought it was because of this show called Servant. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you guys haven't seen Servant, watch it.
It's a weird one to recommend. Oh, okay.
Remember with the baby?
Yeah, but that was,
Oh my God, it was creepy as shit.
There's shows that and this one didn't bomb, so bad analogy here, but start just freaking hot.
Yeah.
And then get a little worse to me. The Servant's one of those. Unfortunately, Yellow Jackets is one of those.
Yeah.
Still
dang.
good, but
Yeah.
it's sliding. All-time peak show that fell.
I know. I'm going to say it on 3. We'll both say it on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Westworld.
Yeah. All-time.
God.
Season 1.
Yeah.
I mean, they flipped. There was this big pivot. Like, oh man, it was so good. And then wow, it just unraveled.
Yeah.
Another one is I don't think you've ever watched it. I don't recommend it. But season 1, this is older school. This is old school. Season 1 of Homeland was incredible.
Didn't
he's
watch
like
it.
this, like he's like a U.S. military. He gets held hostage. Then they free him, and he comes back. But technically, he might be like a spy working for the people who took him hostage. Like they broke him and turned him spy.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a fucking great show. And then, but only season 1. And then it became like super political and like trying to make points and, get out of here with all that shit. Kind of almost like anti-American.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I can't deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't like any of that.
God bless America. Okay, I think that's it. We talked too long.
Yeah. Real quick before we end this, guys, for Matt's birthday, I got him red light glasses, and I also picked up myself a pair. These are Roca brand, the Andrew Huberman ones. And babe, you want to explain a little why red light is so good?
So I did not understand why. I even have blue light glasses for my computer, and I don't use them.
I just started to use mine.
I don't get it. I don't notice a difference. Maybe I'm not on the computer long enough. But if you put these on, hour or two before bed, wow, look at you. Fancy.
Yeah.
If you put these on an hour or two before bed, it turns, like so if you just watch a TV, you put them on, it doesn't negatively impact anything.
No.
It turns on your body's natural
Melatonin.
melatonin. I always say melanotan. It does not turn on your tanning. The word she just said.
Melatonin.
Melatonin. But like I do not like melatonin, the supplement.
Yeah.
It knocks me out, but I wake up exhausted. Feel like shit. So I think it puts me to sleep, but I don't get quality sleep.
The big thing
this
about
turns your own bodies on. Wake up the next day. We're not even making it to the alarm.
no.
Like we're up early, and I'm gonna go to bed early too. But these things are 10 out of 10.
But
We wear 'em
super
every
well
day.
rested. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have any of the side effects of it. So
Yeah.
I know there's a difference between the stuff your body's making and the pill we're swallowing.
Yeah.
The stuff your body's making is good.
Yeah, because melatonin is like a hormone that releases in your body. So if you're putting synthetic melatonin in, maybe that's why you get the side effect of like the grogginess in the morning.
You also,
But then,
once you stop, I think it's bad too.
yeah, it's like
Your body gets
when you
used to
take NyQuil.
it. So something with this is you cut all the other light out, your body thinks it's getting dark.
Yeah,
Freaking hour later, you and I are like, oof.
like, and then I take
Fast.
I take my good vibes from Inspire brand, which is THC and CBD, low dose, but I am like, whoa,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, we are just sawing logs.
Yeah.
We're out. Yeah.
yeah, we got to make sure you put the mouth
I
tape
got
on.
mouth tape. I got my nose thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I got my eye mask.
You know that funny black influencer? You know, that wasn't meant to be funny, but the influencer guy who's just jacked, and he wakes up, puts his face in water.
Oh,
this whole
the
thing,
ice? Yeah, yeah.
This whole thing gone viral. The first second, he's got his mouth tape on, and he's got his little intake nose thing.
Really?
That's dead me. And everyone's like making fun of him.
You're like, I do
it's
that.
Like the worst reel of all. Like he had to know. Like it almost seems like a parody of himself, but it wasn't. He's like literally taking himself seriously.
Yeah.
Like journaling and shit. But anything wrong with journaling. But he does like the 20 things that like you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
Right. He wakes up at 4 a.m. You know, whatever. Not realistic at all. But it's just funny. The openings, like literally, that's me every morning. I'm like influencing.
Yeah. Can I film you?
No,
Can I
those-
film your routine?
No, those two things do. Fuck, I recommend a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, big time.
And these are great. All right, that's enough. We'll be back next week.
All right, Tubes, we'll catch you in the next one. We're gonna sign off with all three weenies, but they're sleeping. So I'm just gonna dip the camera down.
Look at the progress they've made.
Yeah, they're all friends now. I'm gonna slowly slink over and just dip the camera down. Leo is afraid. And Winnie took your strap. Aw.